Hi everybody, I'm Monica Joshi and I'm the IT head at Sat Paul Mittal School, India. I'm very glad to be here at Finland Piispala and presenting at the AR, that is the augmented reality, how we can use it into the classroom if I'm not having the VR headgears, and how my purpose of using that in the classroom is the student engagement using game-based learning, which I'm a very fond of, because I feel that if you have to have a happy classroom, engagement of the students is very, very important. And that I'm going to use with the help of the 3D Bear application that you can download on your iPhones as well as mobile phones, the Android phones, using the iStore and the Google Play Store. So like I said, game-based learning helps in deeper classroom engagement and interaction, and it helps the students to discover and learn. It helps in object modeling, and like I said, you can download it on your iPhones and Android phones, and it's very important when we are talking about games to having all 4 C's inculcated in the students. When we talk about collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, I'll be showcasing few of the examples which you all can bring into the curriculum. And when I'm talking about, we want that our students should be the global citizens and ICT equipped. ICT equipped doesn't mean that kids are having gadgets in their hands and they are handling it, not that. They know how to use the technology optimally into their curriculum and helps them to learn better. So this is a common lesson plan structure with the teacher use, introducing the lesson, how the lesson develops, summing up the lesson, the evaluation, that is the formative and the summative lesson, and reflection, that is what part of the kids have learned, how much part the kids have not learned. Teacher is able to know the reflection of the lesson so that she can revisit the area what kids are not able to grasp. So there's a website called 3D Bear.io where you can find the free lessons as well, and I'll be telling you about this is a very favorite line of mine, that teach your students the skills that last for lifetime. And when we are talking about skills, that is creativity, critical thinking, communication and collaboration, and we can do it with the help of creative storytelling, telling them to go and redesign a space, and having social emotional learning skills, that's very important, and recreating a historical scene. I understand what happens in World War II. The kids of today may not be knowing how that scene may look like. You can tell them go and read that scene, visualize it and recreate it, and that can be done with the help of 3D Bear. So I'll just showcase one of the examples, that is creating a story. And here the teacher prepared a story and gave the option to the students, giving that a scene, and told them create the missing part of the story. So here's the story going on, where in the real environment teachers are bringing objects from the 3D Bear and showcasing it and telling them to understand it and complete the story and bring it back. So it helps in the children rack their brains and create their own story and bring it back to the teacher. And you will have if there are 30 children in the class, so you will have 30 different stories and 30 different outcomes of one statement the teacher has given. She can give it on the paper as well, but to engage them, she used this application and gave it to them. So when I'm talking about 4 C's, the next C comes of how you can enhance their critical thinking skills through problem solving and decision making. So here is one of the example. The teacher, during the lockdown, she prepared this example wherein she brought the farm animals into their room only and gave the problem statement to the students to differentiate between the farm animals and the wild animals. Here's a crocodile, and here are few another animals and the farm animals. And the child prepared the answer, segregated what are the farm animals, put it in his environment at the home and submitted it back to the teacher. So this can be done in any of the platform, Google Meet, Teams or Zoom, and can submit it back whichever platform the school is using. This is creativity and collaboration. This is an example of the pre-primary students where teacher was teaching the letter D. So she kind of explained this by recording it, adding a dog, some birds, ducks and deer while she was sitting in her garden in the real-time environment, and she named the dog Drooly. And then besides teaching the letter D, she introduced different words of the vocabulary. So it is very important when I'm talking about enhancing the communication skills of the students. So she introduced 3 or 4 more words from the letter D and then told the children to create their own way what they have learned and what are the objects they see around them which starts from D. So the student prepared this, this deer, this duck, then the flowers, the kind of environment the child sees around. So she created and submitted it to the student. And if you hear it, the way the child narrates the story, it helps in building the communication skills of the child as well. So this is an example, like we share emojis on the phone. How are you feeling? So we have emotional emojis in 3Dware as well, which helps to before starting the class. If with one 3Dware teacher license, there are 30 students which can work on the same license. So the teacher can just pass on the emoji, okay, how are you feeling now today? What's the mood to start the class, rather than coming in the class and telling, okay class, how are you doing? Simply that, asking them to set the mood of the class. And there is a mood meter exercise as well. So these are the social emotional learning emotions with the help of which